hard. If y'all fail this class, guys, I haven't had anybody fail this class in years, except the ones that just quit. I'm not putting that on video anymore. All right, so 1 through 6 are new problems. They will not be on your quiz Thursday, but they will be on next week's test. All right, now guys, number 1 is an easy problem. Phones need to be up, off your desk. All right, number 1 is a basic, 8th grade math problem. What's the first thing we do on number 1?
Distribute.
Got to distribute. Y'all distribute first. Let's see what we get. Go ahead and distribute. Tell me. All right, so when y'all distribute, it's going to look like 2 times 3 is -6. Negative times negative is a positive. All right, everybody good on the first step? All right, now add your like terms up. Anything on the left side of the equal sign that's like terms. I got 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. Add them up. See what you get. So this is just reviewing a really basic equation problem. You got just one of these on your test. It's so easy. Didn't have to put a lot of these on the test. I'm going to need some help. What's 74 plus 18 minus 4?
Coach, you do 74 minus 4, make it 70 and add 18.
I know how to do it.
Yeah.
What did you
That
say?
makes it 88. A lot easier that way, Coach.
Great. You're going to mix all them up, though.
Yeah.
All right, so now look at this, Carol. We got to take something from the left side and move it to the right side.
6.
You could do that. That's
Are
fine.
you trying to set this equal to 0?
No, because look, you're solving it for x, so we want to get all the numbers on the right side of the equal sign. Let's leave the x on the left side. What's going to happen with 88 when I move it over?
Negative.
Okay. What does that give me?
Negative 78, Coach.
All right, so everybody's got negative 78 equals negative 6x. Divide it and you got your answer. I'll go ahead and tell you guys, this type problem is number 1 on your test next week. Got one just like this next week. All right, somebody give me an answer. What y'all get? 13. All right, good on that. Anybody got a question where any of those numbers came from? All right, let's go to number 2. All right, this is a new problem. Not sure if y'all did this last year. You can let me know. Look at this problem, guys. How many answers will we have on this problem? 3, because it's got an x. 3 is my biggest exponent. Okay. What's new about this problem that we didn't do last week? Look, what do they all have in common? They have an x in common. Y'all have to take out an x on the first step. So write this down just like I've got it. You have to do it that way on the first step. Okay? When they all have an x, CJ, do it like this. Go ahead. All right, we got it? All right, so now look. Here's what you do next. Y'all see the x that's in front of the parentheses? That's going to be your first answer. You just write x equals 0 and circle it, and that one's taken care of. That's how you get your extra answer on this problem.
Wait, what?
Kara, do you see the x that's in front of the parentheses? Write x equals 0, because look, x equals 0. That takes care of your first answer. We got to find 3 answers. There's your first answer, Kara. We'll find the other 2 answers from this. Okay, now, look at this. 3x squared minus 11x minus 4. Let's just do quadratic formula on that. You guys do quadratic formula. That will give you the second and the third answer, and you're done. All right? Okay, does anybody want to guess? What goes here and here? Go ahead and guess. Well, it's got to be x squared and x squared, and the reason is, when you add them up, it's got to equal x4. Does that make sense? What if that was an x6 in front right here? Then it would be x3 and x3, right? Okay, you got it. All right, what can I times here and here that has to equal 4? Maybe you said,
It's -4.
-4 and +1. Why does the negative have to go on the 4? Why can't the negative go over there? Okay, here's why. Guys, if we did 4 minus 1, that would be +3. We got to have a -3, so the negative does have to go on the 4. Okay. All right, good. Write it down. I'll show you how to finish it up. Find your 4 answers. So you're going to have to factor this one. You cannot do this one by quadratic formula. All right, watch me. Y'all ready? If we had x squared minus 4 equals 0, and I move minus 4 over, that would be x squared equals +4, correct? This would be x squared equals -1. Write them down.
Wait, what did you say if you moved to the other side?
Yeah, if I had x squared minus 4 equals 0 million, I move minus 4 over, it would give me that, right? That's what I'm doing. Now, who remembers from here? Well, first of all, let's go back. How many answers are we going to have on this problem again? 4. Look, you're going to find 2 answers from this one, 2 answers from that one. What gets rid of a square, an x squared? A square root. Grant, look on the board. What's square root of 4? All right, y'all hear what Grant said? 2 and -2. Why do you say both of them? Because when you find a square root, you got to do plus or minus. So it's x equals +2 and x equals -2. Now, if you would rather write just x equals plus or minus 2, I'm good with that. As long as you know it represents both of them. Anybody got a question how I got either one of these answers? Kara, we good? All right, move to the other side. Take the square root. Wow, this time I got -1. What's the square root of +1? Just 1. So what's the square root of -1? 1i. Don't forget your I when you have a negative inside the square root. So one answer is 1i, one answer is -1i, because it's plus and minus anytime you find a square root. So we had to find 4 answers. There they are, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, question on 4.
Why does your eye look like a J?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of how it's supposed to look when you use a symbol for imaginary number. The eye kind of looks like a J. That's a good question. But guys, if y'all do that, I'll give you credit too. I'm not worried about it.
I was just curious.
Okay. All right, 5 and 6. Now 4 is a different kind of problem. 5 is really different. Grant and River, did y'all do one like 4 or 5 last year? No, okay. All right, what is different about 5 that y'all haven't had before in an equation? It's got a square root. So when y'all have one like this, we're going to factor it, and you're going to start the problem off familiar with square root of x times square root of x. Write it down.
You're going fast.
I'm waiting on you right now. All right, Grant, did y'all finish 5? Now, if you want me to show you the reason why we put square root of x there, I will. Otherwise, you guys can just remember, Kara, hey, when square root of x is in the middle, it's going to go there and there. That's good enough? Okay. What numbers can I times here and here that equal 8 that add up to give you 7? 8 times 1. Hey, why not 2 times 4 on that one?
Because that don't equal.
Because they don't equal 7. Okay. All right, now we got to figure out the signs. -8 plus 1. Okay, it works. So guys, finish this one like I showed you how to finish. No, I'm sorry, I hadn't showed you how to finish one last time. Sorry. All right, ready for the next step? All right, so Amelia, if I have square root of x minus 8 equals 0, you know we got to move it over, right? That would be square root of x equals 8. I just want y'all to skip that step. I don't even want y'all to write it down. It's okay if you did, though. It's fine. Just in the future, just try to make it a little faster. Try to skip that step.
Well, why don't, since this is our practice problem, we write it? 'Cause
Sure,
I will forget.
absolutely.
I'll
That's
forget.
perfect. I'm not even gonna mark it wrong if you write it on the test.
Well, I can see what you marked out. Can you tell me?
Yeah, it was root x minus 8 equals 0.
Okay.
And then I just moved over to minus 8 and made it positive. So on this one here, I'll move over plus 1. I'll make it a -1. All right, y'all write that down. Now from here, you got to know how to find both answers. Okay? Y'all ready for the first one? not granted.
I don't know who let Grant knows this way.
Alright, so now look, Amelia, if you look back at the last problems, we had a x squared equals 4, so to get rid of the square, I took a square root. Okay, well look what we've got this time. Now I've got a square root. So what's the opposite of a square root? A square, right? What's 8 squared give you?
64.
That answer is 64. So it's kind of the opposite of what we just did. Alright? The other part of it, you square. What's -1 squared if you put it in your calculator with parentheses around it like you're supposed to? Positive 1. Alright, anybody got a question on that?
No, just keep it there for.
Now I gotta show you something else. We're not done with it yet, River. We got one more step on that one. Alright, these problems, and when I say these problems, I mean 5 and 6, are the only problems you're going to have on the test, Grant, where when you get done, you got to put your answers back in and check them, because sometimes some of them doesn't work. I'm not going to make you check them. I'm going to show you a shortcut so you don't have to check it, okay? This answer is good. This answer is not going to work. What's the shortcut? If it was a negative before you squared it, it will never work, I promise you. If you plug 1 in right here, 7 times 1 is 7. Add that up. That's supposed to equal 0. If you add these 3 numbers up, that equals -14. That doesn't work. So the shortcut is find the one with the negative. Before you square it, it will never work. Throw it out. The other one's always going to work.
So do you only have like 1 or 2 answers on these?
Yeah, it could have 1. It could have 2. Both of them could work. Now, that's a good question. Amelia, what if we marked out both answers because both answers had a negative before you squared it? What would I write for my final answer if both of them got marked out? No solution. Right? Because you don't have any solutions left. You mark them out. And there is one like that on the test where both of them mark out. I remember that. All right, so I've showed you guys 5. I'm hoping y'all can do 6 by yourself. Go.
So we only write down x equals 64?
Yeah, that's the only answer. River, just cross the other one out. Leave it just like that. All right, so I've showed you guys 5. I'm hoping y'all can do 6. Try it. All right, so look, guys. I've already looked at some people's paper, and some people are go ahead and throwing that out. Why can we go ahead and throw that out?
Because it's negative.
Because it's a negative. Right, and the one that's a negative before you square it is not going to work anyway, so if you want to go ahead and throw it out, by all means. All right, the other answer, let's see. I know I got a square. What's 3 squared? That'll give me
9.
And the only answer on this problem is 9. The other one got thrown out because it was a negative before you squared it. All right, so all that was new stuff. 7, 8, 9, 10 is not new. It's what we've been doing, and we're going to do these 4 and then take a break, okay? Question on 6? Nope. All right, let's go to 7. All right, everybody look at 7. What goes in the box on number 7?
What box?
Remember when we make our box like that?
Oh, yeah, 0.
And you bring down 1, -5, -4, and 20.
Wait.
Okay, you bring down the numbers, not the x's. So what goes in the box? It's got over here in parentheses a 2, so we put a 2 in the box. All right, so write that down. And I'll kind of refresh y'all's memory how to do this, but we did this last Thursday. A good bit. No, I'm not sure that's right. I think 1 worked when I did 1 this morning. You got me copied right? 1, -6. 1 doesn't work. Okay, go to -3 or -3.
3 or -3?
Yes. All right, so how do we start this problem, Georgia? Here's how we start it. Remember, guys, you take whatever number's in the first spot and bring it down below the line. All right, do y'all remember the pattern now from here?
No.
Watch.
I forgot.
2 times 1 is 2. Add them up for me, Amelia, and tell me what to write down underneath the line.
Wait, you're adding those.
Just add those numbers up in your calculator.
It's 3.
Negative 3. All right, we good?
Is there going to be one on the test? Probably. They weren't.
All right, what's the next part of the pattern? 2 times -3 is -6. Add them up for me, Kara. Tell me what to write down.
Wait, what?
Add them up for me, tell me what I gotta write down.
And then it cancels out.
And it cancels out. Amelia, will all of them cancel out? Every problem in the last column, will it always cancel out? Yeah. If not, you messed up. Alright, anybody got a question? Alright, so I got x squared minus 3x minus 10 equals 0.
Where'd you get that?
Good question.
1x squared minus 3x minus 10.
Where'd you get the X from?
Okay, you see how the problem started with an x to the third? When I do this one time, it takes it down by 1, so now I'm down to x squared. Good question.
Yeah, but where'd you get the 3X?
Whatever you start with, you go down by 1 every time. So the problem started with x to the third, which means this has got to start with x squared. So then I go down by 1 every time. So x2, x1, no x's. Now, you guys could do quadratic formula on this part, because some of y'all like doing that, but it's going to be easy to factor this one. So let's just go ahead and factor it.
Wait, I'm still very.
Just write it, look, Amelia, just take these 3 numbers, and write it down like that, and we'll keep working.
It's coming from the top, right?
Yep.
Like you take the bottom number, just put
But-
the X from the top.
Right.
But
Okay.
5 minus 1 ain't 3X.
No, you
3 minus 1 is x2, and
I
once
get
you
that.
start with x2, go down by 1 to x, and then the last number will not have an x.
He's not taking any of the numbers from the
No,
top.
I'm not messing with the 5 or the 4, I'm looking at the exponent. It was x3, so this one's gonna be x2. Goes down by 1. Alright, so let's factor this real quick. Y'all give me the numbers I can use the times here and here that equals 10. 5 and 2. Which one gets the positive, which one gets the negative? Let's think about it. Alright, if it was 5 minus 2, that would give me positive 3, and that wouldn't work. I gotta get a negative 3. So the negative's gotta go on the 5, and the positive's gotta go on the 2. Alright, Kara, from here, don't forget we gotta move them over. So if I take minus 5 and move it over, that'd be a positive 5 for my answer, and negative 2 for my answer. So we had to find 3 answers. 1, 2,
These are weird.
this is what is on your quiz. This is the only thing on your quiz is this type problem.
The only thing.
The only thing on quiz Thursday.
So like you could do factoring on all of them, or?
No, that's the thing, Kara. They all won't factor, but you could do quadratic formula on all of them. And some people just like doing that on all of them. That's fine if you want to. It's just this one was so easy to factor, I thought it would be faster. All right, next one. All right, Kara, what goes in the box on number 8?
-3.
All right, give me the numbers I got to bring down, Kara.
1, 1, 4, and 32.
Very good. All right, I'm going to stop and give y'all a chance to do this one.
Program answer.
Let's see what y'all got on this one. CJ, you all right? Yeah, it's quadratic formula. Where's your answers, right? I don't think that's right. See what Rivers got.
Have not finished it. Put it in, got it.
All right, Georgia, how do I start this problem again?
You.
Take this number and do what with it?
Don't you multiply it by negative?
Yeah, you do, but bring it down below the line first. Okay? Then you multiply it. So negative 3 times 1 is negative 3. Add them up, tell me what y'all got. What you got, Millie?
-2.
Thank you. What's the next step?
Multiply.
Very good. I got 6. Add them up. Anybody? Negative 3 times 10 is negative 30. Did it work? Absolutely it worked. Okay? So, from here, I want us to start doing quadratic formula like every time. Because
Like ABC?
so that's 1x squared minus 2x plus 10. So let's do ABC. There's your formula. Plug it in, see what you get. Because if y'all tried to factor this one, it won't factor anyway. What'd you do?
There's
That's
no
why
way
you
you
can't
can
do
put
it that way.
this
You gotta do it Coach Aaron's way. Be like Coach Aaron.
I did
Oh yeah, it'll work, guys. Hey, you just can't have the square root sign over it. If you do, it's gonna say error, because it's an imaginary
Okay,
number.
so I just do that and then figure out that it's negative.
Uh-huh.
Then I take the square root of negative.
There you go, now you got it.
All square
2
root of negative.
plus or minus 4 minus 4 times 17. Alright, that's what I got when I set it up. So now you guys use your calculator from here to get the answer. Figure out what number's up under the square root sign.
So once I figure that out, what I do?
That's what I feel like.
I'll show you. What'd you get?
Why are you looking at me like my answers are wrong?
Your answer is right. Now,
Why are you looking?
Kara's answer is wrong. But yours is right.
Mine's
Kara,
wrong.
you got 76.
Oh,
You
hang on,
calculator.
hang on.
I'll put a 2. I got negative 36 when I plugged it into my printer.
That's good. So 4 minus 4 times 1 times 10.
Negative 36?
All right, everybody's getting negative 36, and that is absolutely correct. All right, does everybody understand how we got negative 36? Dakota? All right, so now we got to get rid of that negative 36. All right, look on the board, Amelia. What's the square root of positive 36? 6. So what's the square root of negative 36 going to be, Grant? 6i, right?
Oh, I was about to say that.
Okay, this is when you got to put your I in there when it's got a negative. So guys, we got 2 plus or minus 6i over 2. Write it down. Y'all got to get used to when it's a negative, you can still do the square root, you just got to put an I with it. Now the calculator will not do that. Grant tried to type the whole thing in, it says error. You've got to pretty much do it this way. Now, are we done, River, or is there one more thing we can do? We can simplify. What can I divide these 3 by? So that'll be 1 plus or minus 3i.
Wait. You don't-
Okay? I'll stop and see if y'all have a question.
That's your whole answer.
You got to find 3 answers. So the first block said, look, we don't have 3 answers.
Negative 3?
We actually do, guys. Negative 3 is one answer. What's the second answer?
And then positive.
1 plus 3i. What's the third answer? 1 minus 3i. So we do have 3 answers. Let me show you what else I had. Somebody else did this, River, and this is done a lot. Somebody added it. They did 1 plus 3i is 4i. 1 minus 3i is negative 2i. You can't do that. No, one's an I and one's a number. You can't add them, so y'all can't do that. You got to leave it like that.
Wait, how'd you get that again?
How'd I get this?
Yeah.
I divided by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2.
Okay, so why didn't you do it like we usually do?
Why didn't I do it like what?
Like, never mind. You
You're
don't set
asking,
the
I think I
fraction.
got it. You're asking about, hey, why didn't I plug it in the calculator like that?
Yeah.
Because of the I. The I you can't put in the calculator, can you? It's not a button for I. So anytime you have an I, just leave it, but divide these 3 numbers by 2
Every time.
every time. All right, you guys are doing well. Question. Tiffany, question? All right, next one, number 9. Y'all do the first step. This one's the one that's got 4 answers. You're going to have to do an extra step on this one. Boom, boom.
So that's right.
Oh, I don't know. Looks right.
He just take forever.
I know, that's what bothers me. It's like, I don't even know.
Just gonna have an I in it,
The
just like this
math part
one,
of
so
it.
just like number 8. Well, then you messed up, right? I don't know, let's check. All right, so negative 2 goes in the box. I bring out 1, negative 5, 3, 19, negative 30.
Wait, I got,
All right, Kaylee, how do I get started? What's the first thing I have to do? Y'all gotta bring down the 1. Y'all go from here. Looks like some of y'all haven't got to it yet.
so I did it.
Where did you get negative 2?
Right, but is it supposed to be positive 30?
Which means you go, oh, this is a negative 15. If you add those 2 up, that should be a negative 15. You even got negative 15.
Oh, I just.
What was your question?
Is this one where you have to like do it again?
Negative 2 times 1 is negative 2, add them up, negative 7. Guys, I'm getting some big numbers. Somebody check that behind me.
Yeah, I got it.
You got negative.
All right, keep
Hey,
going.
wait, what did you say the exponents go down by?
Goes down by 1 every time.
I already done that, so what I do now?
Oh,
Do it again?
you wrote it down on Georgia. That's a -5. You wrote +5.
I'm not done.
Simple mistake. I got -34 and -15. All right.